Hey everyone, it's me, Emily Roberts, the guidance girl. So happy that you're here joining me today about overthinking. Overthinking and obsessing is making me crazy. I've had so many calls this week and talks with people, and they are so stuck in these overthinking patterns, right? You are likely one of them. I've been there, I've done that, I've learned the skills, I'm giving you the skills. But what overthinking and obsessing makes me just feel like something is attacking me and I have no control over it. Is that how you feel too? I would imagine, because it's so annoying. But I got you a few skills. Okay, so first things first, when you have this thought, let's say it is the most common one that many of the people that I've worked with lately have had, which is, why isn't this person texting me back? Or why isn't this person communicating with me, right? Our brains sometimes go to the worst case scenario. We call that going to the worst case scenario, or mind reading, or assuming, right? Okay, so your brain's over there. They're not my friends anymore. They're not texting me back. What if I never hear from them again? What if they hate me? What if? All those what ifs are not real, guys. That's just something your brain, the bullying your brain does to make you feel insecure and small. It's not working for you. So, but it's so annoying because it creeps in, it creeps up, and it's like, oh, you should totally worry about this, because you know what? One time I saw this happen, or one time this happened to me in the past, and it's going to be real. It's going to happen again. When we get stuck there, what winds up happening is the overthinking mind, the obsessive thoughts, it has to be a certain way, the bully in your brain keeps you from being effective. In fact, what it does is it keeps you from being happy, obviously, but it keeps you focused on a negative outcome. It doesn't show you the best part about this, which is it could be a different way. When we slow down, research actually shows when we slow down and distract, which is my first tip, we can actually slow down the thoughts and lead them to be less obsessive, meaning you'll have some breathing room, literal breathing room, to try and make sense of these thoughts. Does that make sense to you? Let me know below if that makes sense to you. So think about this. In some of the research I've read, it says that people who obsess about a goal, or they obsess about, think about this, an athlete, somebody who was paid millions of dollars to get that shot out. They've done the shot a million times. They're in a crisis or clutch situation, and they're overthinking the shot and they miss it. And you've seen them never miss a shot before, right? It's like, whoa, how did they even miss that? They were overthinking it. They weren't in the moment. They were over here somewhere in some future Risticville or some past crazy town. Does that make sense to you? They're not in the moment. When you're in the moment and you're in reality and you have breathing room, your brain is actually connected to your thoughts in a more productive way. Think about that. When you're obsessive, you're going into this very fearful-based mentality, which is your hindbrain. You're not in the moment. You can't actually be as effective as you are when you're in the present. So when you distract yourself onto anything else, like right now, if you're thinking about something, and it's kind of coming up over and over again, distract. That sounds crazy because your whole education system says, don't distract yourself, stay focused. No, please don't be focused on this thought anymore. Don't focus on the obsession or the thing you can't control. Don't do it. How many pink things? Can you count 10 pink things in your space? Or 5 even? I can count a book that's pink. I can count, that's 1. I can count a piece of paper over here that's pink. There's pink on my bracelet. I am looking and actually making myself distract on purpose because I want to lessen the intensity of this thought and the way that it is taking over my mind. Does that make sense? Now, the other piece to think about here is, your emotion mind or your bullying your brain is going to be like, no, don't go away. You've got to obsess about it. If you don't obsess about it, then you're going to forget about it. Well, good. I hope you forget about it. But of course, you're not going to forget about it. It's been in your mind. It's been in your vision. It's been happening for the past 5 hours. Where's it going to go? We want to lessen the intensity by distracting. Another thing to distract with would be getting on the phone and calling somebody and asking about their day, would be doing something on your to-do list for 5 minutes and setting an alarm and getting it done. I always use that one because it works for me. Another thing you can do is to play a game on your phone, or on even like a game where you look at words, right? Like, I'm going to take this book. Here we go. Confidence. I'm going to look at that word and I'm going to see how many other words can I make and jumble from this word. Okay, well, I see dent. I see net. I see fine. I see, okay, you see where I'm going with this. I can play this on the subway. I can play this when I'm driving. I can play this but it's just in my head. I'm trying to focus on the task, which is, can I get 10 words out of that? Can I get 5 words out of that? And it does distract me from that intensity of the obsession. The next thing I want you to think about is this. If you're obsessing about the person not calling you back or texting you back, if you're obsessing about something that you feel might be really true and you have no control over it, check the facts. There's often something you're missing here. How on earth is your best friend or the person that you're interested in that you talk to every single day just not gonna ever text you back again? Did they fall off the face of the earth? Did they realize all these bad things about you that they didn't tell you yesterday? How, really? Check the facts. This person's been calling you every day. This person's been texting you back the whole time. Could something else be going on in their life? When we limit ourselves to what our obsessions and our bully in our brain are saying, we're really actually being very, very, very mean to ourselves and to the other people. So when you pick up the phone or they finally you text you and you're like, oh my God, where have you been? That's not fun either. That doesn't feel good either, right? So, because that's not true. They're in another mindset. They're probably like, wow, I was at work or I was busy all day. They're not thinking this person's obsessing about me. I better call them back. So again, check the facts. What am I missing here? Could they be doing something else? Is it true that they would ever do this or they've done it in the past? Probably not. Then pick the worst case scenario. That's number 3. What if they really never do call me back? How would I feel? How would I deal with this? Can I deal with this in a productive way? What if this actually comes true? When you let yourself go there to the crazy town of it could possibly happen, you're likely gonna be like, this is actually kind of silly. Okay, what if it's bigger than this, Emily? What if it's bigger than my friend's not calling me back? What if it is, I might get fired. My boss wants to talk to me. What if I get fired? Okay, what if you get fired? What's gonna happen? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose my health insurance. I'm gonna lose all these things. I'm gonna be living on the street. Really go there. Play for just a second in the what if scenario. Is that ever gonna happen? Are you supported enough by your friends and your family and the universe for that to actually occur? When you go to the worst case scenario, it actually almost becomes funny. It's not gonna happen. You are not gonna lose your job necessarily. And if you do, you'll find another one because you're an awesome person. So when you continue to go perpetuate this thinking and say, oh my gosh, well, yeah, for sure I'm gonna be homeless and living on the street if I get fired. How is that ever gonna happen to you? Seriously, tell me, is it really gonna happen? No, because when you distract and you check the facts and you do the things that I discussed before, the first 3 or the first 2, you're gonna realize that it's very, very unlikely. The next piece is talk back to yourself for a second. Okay, so Emily, I get it. I got it. I'm supposed to talk back to these thoughts, but they're so overwhelming. What am I supposed to do? They're obsessive. Okay, valid, actually. I've been there. I have been stuck in this what if scenario. And then guess what I decide to do? You're being real mean, bullying my brain. You are totally not on par with who I am in reality. I'm going to talk back. That's probably not going to happen because of this. Here's another reason it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because I've talked to this person every day, and why on earth would they stop texting me all of a sudden? What have I done? What could they pull up from the past? They haven't pulled it up so far, and if they were a real good friend, they'd probably talk to you about it. Talk back to the bully in your brain because it lessens the intensity of what? This obsession. Also, recognize how much time you've been wasting. What the hell? I sat here for 4 hours and I didn't get any work done? Shh, bullying my brain. I gotta get stuff done because you are limiting me. And it is. So when you talk back, which is number 4, you actually gain a little bit more control. Now, you may not believe everything you're saying, and could this voice come back and be like, I'm still here. It always does, guys. It always comes back. But the more that you talk back to it, the more that you use these skills, you check the facts, you distract, you assume how likely it is really going to be happening, you have more control than you did 15 minutes beforehand. And look, here's my last tip. Really validate why you're having this obsession. Is it because it's really about this person or this scenario, or is it because you're feeling something else? Is it because of something else in your environment? If I'm obsessed with this guy that I'm interested in not calling me back, no, this has happened to me in the past, but currently that's not an obsession of mine. Let's say it is. Why aren't they texting me? Oh my God, but they don't like me anymore. Okay, because in the past, guess what? That's happened. So it feels really real and it feels really sad and it makes me feel uncomfortable. But the chances of it happening again in the situation where I'm checking the facts and realizing this person is actually not the same person I dated 2 years ago or 8 years ago gives me power. Could it happen again? Perhaps. Did I get through the last jerk? Abso-freaking-lutely. Am I stronger today? Yes, I am. You've got to learn to talk back because an obsession only becomes an obsession when we let it take over our minds. The bully in your brain is just there to mess with you and make you stronger when you talk back. Don't let these thoughts take over your world, take over your confidence. It's not worth it. You're worth more than that. Whether it's a small thought like I should have, could have, would have, or a big worry, the chances of it happening are slim to none. And if they do happen, let me know. We'll deal with it together, okay? Thanks, guys. I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know below if it was. Jerry, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm so happy to see you on here. Hey, Andrew and Reagan. Guys, I'm so happy you're here. And I really hope that you learned something, one thing, or all 5 of the skills. So let's talk soon. Drop me a line below and let me know what your thoughts are, what I can help you with, and have an awesome Thursday. No more obsessing unless you're listening to the Mariah Carey song.